Hello, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the first video of this channel. This is not my first ever YouTube channel, and it's not my first ever YouTube video. I've tried this thing a couple of times before, never kind of got the hang of it, struggled finding a good format, good content to put in. It is a bit tricky, to be fair. So now I am trying my hand at speed paints. In the past I have tried speed builds in The Sims. I've also tried touring builds in The Sims. And I have tried making content out of my Kimono collection. But there are so many other amazing creators on these fields, so I always felt a bit intimidated by it. And so in the end, I didn't feel it, I didn't want to do it anymore, and so here I am yet again trying my hand at speed paints this time around. And I recently got Clip Studio Paint, and I'm totally in love with the software. You can do a 3D rendering and get the pose you want and just draw over it. I still have so much to learn about how to do the 3D rendering stuff, but I'm learning slowly. If anyone has any good videos they want to recommend me, can comments please? Yes, that would be great. I always need to learn, get better at stuff. That includes my art skills, so if you see anything that I could do better in my video, please let me know. I'm always open for feedback, preferably constructive feedback. That's always better than just any type of criticism, like your art is... Oh god, my phone. Anywho, if you want people to take your criticism seriously, it is better to do it like, yes, hello, you can do this better by doing this. There's a tutorial. Than just saying, oh, this sucks. Nobody likes to hear that, and it kind of makes us all kind of filter out that sort of, those sort of comments. But yeah, I'm always eager to learn. That includes, like, with this video, is it something that you think works with this video? Is it something that you don't think works? Do you want to hear my voice? I can talk for ages about just about anything. I stream on Twitch. It is a needed skill there, especially since I usually do makeup or The Sims on my Twitch channel, and maybe art. Sometimes I do art as well. And so since the games that I stream and the stuff that I do isn't kind of very high action and stuff, I need to be able to talk and engage with people to make good content there. But making content on Twitch and making content on YouTube is two very different things. So yeah, let me know. Because if you just want to see the paint, the speed paint thing, I can do that and not talk over it. To be honest, that would actually be easier. I wouldn't have to, I could just edit, put music on, and Bob's your uncle. Ready for showing on YouTube. I might have to do some cutting in this audio track. I still have to figure out how to do the audio track. I'm doing audio track now without having a headset on because it kept giving me echo, and I just can't with an echo. I'm sorry, I can't with an echo. So I still have a lot of learning to do when it comes to editing in. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro at the moment to edit in, because I pay Adobe money, because I used to do a lot of Photoshop and Lightroom edits. But now I'm kind of fallen completely in love with Clip Studio Paint. If you haven't checked it out and you like to draw, please check it out. You can get a free trial, and just the assets library alone makes it worth my money, at least. I think I paid like $50 for it. But yeah, Clip Studio, I've been having so much fun with it. The brushes are amazing. The assets is amazing. The only thing I'm missing is the line you can put in Photoshop to do symmetry. But yeah, Photoshop was my friend for many years. Many years. I think I started out with Photoshop. What was this called? 9? I do not remember what it was called back in the day, but that is how I started out. With a mouse, of course, like any young teen who couldn't afford Photoshop, and certainly not a drawing tablet at a time. I'm not really sure what you want me to talk about in these videos. My Photoshop experience since the year 2000 might not be on the list of stuff that you want to hear about. So let me know in the comments if you do have anything that you want me to talk about in these videos. Could be anything really. Story times, experiences, advice. I'm not very good at advice, to be honest. If you want to hear my voice, that is. Some people like to hear it. I've heard. I have a lot of lurkers on my Twitch channel for some reason. Oh well. If they like to listen to my voice, I will give you more. I do apologize if I sound a bit weird. As I said, I can't have my headset plugged into my mic when I'm recording because I get like a weird feedback thing, like an echo. I need to figure out how to fix that. It could be the fact that I'm actually have my headset plugged into my microphone. So if I plug it into my computer or something, maybe that will fix it. But when I stream, it's a very nice thing to have the headset plugged into the microphone because I can actually hear how I sound when I talk, and that's nice. Always nice to hear yourself and I also get an idea of what my viewers actually hear in terms of background noise, and that's also a good thing because yeah, I know if the neighbor mowing his lawn is too loud and I need to close the window or something. So yeah, maybe I should tell a little bit about myself. Maybe that would be an idea. Yeah, as you might have noticed, my channel name is Lady Kimono, or was it Lady Kimono Art? I made it the other day. I can't remember. But yeah, social media, you will find me under either Lady Kimono or Lady Kimono Art. If I am Lady Kimono Art, it's because Lady Kimono was taken by someone else because it's not a very unique handle. I choose that handle basically because I was kind of tired of the handles that I chose when I was like 15 and angsty and very goth. So I needed a new one, and especially when I started Twitch back in 2019, I wanted a theme for the channel and I wanted a new handle, and I decided that since I'm very much into Japanese art and culture, that I would kind of do a play on that. And so I decided on Lady Kimono. I think Kimono Lady was taken or something. It's not important, but I am Lady Kimono on Twitch anyway. But yeah, I have a great love of Japanese art and design. I don't know if you noticed by the fact that my first ever video on this channel is gonna be of a kind of a geisha. She's not a proper geisha because her outfit is kind of wrong. It's actually what I used as a reference for this painting was a photograph of a great Japanese actor called Bando Tamasaburo, a great kabuki actor. If you want to find great pictures of kimono on stage, I highly recommend doing an image search for Bando Tamasaburo. But yeah, I love Japanese art and design. I have about, I'm not sure, I haven't counted them lately, But I have somewhere between 50 and 60 Japanese kimonos in my collection. All of them are in different formalities and ages and patterns and different types of decorations. Some of them don't have decorations, they're just plain. And some of them are highly decorated with either paint or embroidery. They're all hand sewn, and most of them are silk. I do prefer silk. If I'm buying a kimono, I'm buying it in silk. So yeah. And I do wear them, not a lot though. I don't think I actually had a chance to ever wear a kimono outside of the house in all of 2020. Oh god, let's not talk about 2020. It's too early. It's a Monday. I can't with 2020 just yet. So let's continue talking about my kimono collection, shall we? Because I have nothing else to talk about. I wish I could write a script, but I can't write. I have ADHD. I can't concentrate. I just prefer to ramble, really. But yeah, I absolutely love collecting a Japanese kimono, and I have Japanese obi to go with the kimono. I have everything needed to wear kimonos, actually. And I made a lot of content for Instagram wear a kimono back in the day, and I tried to do that on TikTok as well because I started TikTok last year. But putting on a kimono takes me about 20 minutes, and you don't get a lot of content in terms of the effort I have to put into getting into kimono. I have to clean the living room so I have room for taking the pictures. I have to put on makeup, I have to do my hair, I have to pick out the kimono, put together the outfit, because I have different kimonos and different obis and everything else that goes with it, and that takes a lot of time. And then I have to take the pictures on my own, because who else would take a picture of me? Certainly not anyone in my family, as they are at work and at school when I have time to do these things. So yeah, I have to take all of the pictures myself, which is not easy, but it is doable by all means. And like if you have clickers and remotes for the cameras or phones or whatever you're using, it can be done, but it is a bit of a hassle. To be honest, it is a bit of a hassle. So I kind of stopped that. And also, after you're done with the kimono, you can't just hang it into the closet, because you can't hang a kimono, you have to fold it, and the folding is a bit of it's a lot of work with the folding a kimono and putting away the obi and all of the accessories, because the Japanese didn't think of using buttons for closing up their traditional clothing. They just use ropes to tie them on, which is nifty, I suppose. Makes it a lot easier to kind of for whole, like if you have 5 women in a family, most of the women can use the same kimonos to a certain degree. It's not a perfect one-size-fits-all thing, but it's a good system for being able to put on, for multiple people to put on the same garment, which is nice. I like the idea of multi-use of garments and stuff like that. So yeah, I also collect Western vintage clothing. Finally nailed that one. And I have for many years. It's actually how I got into collecting the kimonos in the first place. I heard that like the thought of getting a Japanese kimono was first planted in me at I think I was 14 on a summer camp on Iceland, which makes perfect sense. But a handmade silk garments just seemed a bit out of my price range, so I kind of just settled on I do make clothing as well, but collect vintage Western clothing. And as I was searching on Etsy for a good way to spend my money, I found a kimono, and I just went, what? Can I get these vintage at a price that I can afford? Oh my god. And less than 2 weeks later, I ordered my very first one. And I did the biggest mistake in the book, as you can do if you want to get into not only collecting kimono for the arts, but also wearing them. And that is that I bought myself what is known as a furisode. And the furisode is probably one of the hardest kimonos to put on. The hardest kimono to put on is actually the kind of kimono that the lady in my drawing is wearing. And they are so hard to put on because of the long sleeves. It is a bit of a hassle, but I just fell in love, and I think that if you are doing something, if you're gonna do something that you love and you have a passion for, you have to follow your heart and you have to follow your passion. The reason why people are often kind of advised not to get a furisode as their first ever kimono is basically because they are very hard to put on, like extremely hard to put on. And so if you get this beautiful garment and you can't put it on your own, you might be discouraged from ever getting another one. Luckily, I did get it on. It wasn't good. No, it was not very good job to put it on, but I did put it on, and I've put it on a few times after that. If you guys are interested in seeing me in my kimono, let me know. I might be able to do something if I finish this video today and is able to post it today. I will say that on my Twitch channel I plan to do a kimono dressing tomorrow, I think. I will leave my Twitch link in the description and you can check it out. If you're probably gonna watch this after the stream. I'm silly. But yeah, the VOD will probably be available on my Twitch channel, and if you want to, I might be able to edit it so that and actually upload it to my YouTube. I could do that. Yeah, my brain is weird. I'm weirdly wired. It's fun, makes me creative and stuff, but also I can't remember to put my shoes on when I go outside. Great stuff. But yeah, I just love collecting everything that is beautiful. That is kind of the thing here, the theme of me. I collect things I like, that I find beautiful. And I find most things beautiful. Clothing, I collect, as I've mentioned numerous times before, and you are already probably tired of hearing. Clothing, but I also like to collect antiques in different shapes and forms. Art to put on my wall, both new and old. My furniture is a collection of, some things are from IKEA and some things are from the 19th century. I do love all art in all of its different shapes and forms. Not every piece I've seen has been beautiful, but I can appreciate the work that goes into a piece, even though I find them a bit over the top, perhaps. I miss traveling. I was supposed to go to London last year to see a kimono exhibit at the Victoria and Albert Museum of Art and Design, located in Kensington in London. God, I love that museum. I love that museum. I want to go to that museum so badly. As soon as traveling can be resumed, I think I'm just gonna go on a plane and go to London. Just go straight from Gatwick to Victoria Station, which is a train station in London that is about 2 sizes too small for the amount of passengers that goes there, and then just either the tube or my legs even. I do like walking just straight up to Kensington and into the Victoria and Albert, the V&A. God, I love that museum. I've been there. I have no idea how many times I've been there. To be honest, I've been there a lot. So good food. The exhibits are absolutely amazing. I've seen car exhibits there, but my absolute favorite exhibit ever that I saw at the Victoria and Albert was the Dior exhibit they had in, I think it was 2019, and it was absolutely amazing. It took us about an hour and a half to walk through it, and they had dresses designed by every designer who ever worked at the House of Dior, all the way from Christian Dior himself to the current designer whose name escapes me at the moment because I didn't think I would talk about this, and so I have no script. The Dior exhibit was absolutely amazing, and I remember at the end of the tour they had this ballroom, and they had ball gowns in various different shapes and sizes by different designers. Some worn by celebrities and some worn by models, some not worn at all. And the thing that kind of made that room so special is that the lighting in the room was continuously being changed, like the tone of the lighting. The lighting was actually part of the decor in that room. And it was absolutely stunningly beautiful and amazing, and just the ambiance of the room was absolutely I still can't get it out of my head. It was so beautiful. I kind of wish I could have gone back to that and seen that exhibit a few more times, but it was, I think every ticket you can get to see that exhibit got sold, and they had to keep it open for, I think they kept it open for like a month or two extra just because it was so popular. Like every ticket for the exhibit sold. There was a line outside to get the spare tickets every morning. I think also you could get in if you had like a membership at the V&A, and I think they sold a lot of memberships just for that exhibit. It was just so amazing. Yeah, I miss the V&A. I miss Kensington. I miss London. I miss traveling. I was actually supposed to have gone to Japan last fall. God, 2020, you ruined my trip to London and you ruined my trip to Japan. I am hoping that I'm able to go back to go to Japan in 2021. I saved up so much money for that trip. Still have that money, but I do hope I'm able to go this year. I've never been to Japan, and as someone who is very much into Japanese art, design, culture, it is like Japan is that one of the most important things to me to be able to do in my lifetime, just visit Japan, traveling through Japan, like everything I can see and do there. If I got to see a genuine Japanese geisha in Kyoto, that would just be the peak for me. That and visit the Ghibli Museum in Tokyo. That would also be so cool. And the Nintendo store in Tokyo, that would be cool as well. I hope you have learned a bit about me and what I like in this video. I said I would talk about me, but me is, one part of me is the things I like. Maybe I will spend a video talking about my dislikes. I hope I don't have to do that. But yeah, probably going to see if I can cut this in so that it will fit together all perfectly. Probably won't, as I see on my timeline now, because I am an idiot. But yeah, I am an idiot. I'm bad at preparing stuff. Like, that is why if I continue talking in these videos, I will probably just ramble on with no script. I might have an idea of what I want to talk about. Like in this video, I wanted to talk a bit about myself. like give you an idea who I am as a person, and I'm horrible at it. Absolutely. This is not a great video to get to know me. You get to see a side of me though. I will say that you will get to see a side of me. The fact that I'm a, what's it called, that bird who kind of likes the shiny stuff? Magpies? Is that what you call it in English? Because as you might have noticed by my absolutely horrid English, is that English is not my first language. It is my second language. I do wish I had the patience to learn yet another language, but I don't think so. I took German in high school back in the day, but no, German kind of didn't stick with me. I know a bit. I can ask for directions in German, and I can understand it okay if the person talking to me talks slowly. But yeah, so my languages are as follow. It is Norwegian and English, because surprise surprise, this Japanese fan is Norwegian. I hail from the west coast, where it rains 260 days of the year, and makes my American accent absolutely horrid, because I have the wrong R for it because of my dialect. But yeah, I am Norwegian. If you have any questions about how it is to be Norwegian, please feel free to if you have any questions, just use the comments section. I will read it. You can also find me on Twitter. I will link that down below. My Instagram, I will also link that down below. And my TikTok, yes, I will link that down below. And of course, my Twitch, because why not? Part of the reason why I started this YouTube is because Twitch has absolutely horrible discoverability. And even though I am a small streamer on Twitch, but I don't stream alone anymore, and that's always nice. But it is nice to grow at what you're doing. Anything that you do, I think it's worth just trying to get a bit better at it. It doesn't matter what you are doing. Just as long as it's just a hobby, I don't think you have to worry too much about your skill level. As long as you're having fun with it. If it's something that you want to make into a living, that's a whole different story. But for now, just enjoy making your content, if that's your jam. It is my jam. I like making content. Not a lot of people actually watch my content. I don't have a big following on any platform really, because TikTok have this thing where they think that only Norwegians wants to see my content there, which I find a bit weird, because not a lot of my content is kind of Norwegian friendly. Like Norwegians on TikTok kind of prefer humor and nature. I don't do humor. I tried to do humor. I'm bad at it. My humor is just cringy. Don't laugh at my jokes, please. And nature is like, I have a lot of beautiful nature around me, but I kind of prefer nature being on the outside, because nature loves to bite me, basically. I do love walking. Do not enjoy being bitten, I'm just saying. So yeah, nature can just stay outside for all I care. But yeah, TikTok only shows it my cosplay content and my other weird stuff there to be, they show it to Norwegians. Norwegians don't want to see it. I get no views. That's my point here. But yeah, I never did any of my social media for views. I do it because I enjoy creating stuff. It's makes my brain make dopamine, basically, because having ADHD, my brain doesn't like dopamine. Was I supposed to make that? Oh yeah, she's doing something that she enjoys. Maybe I can do a bit of dopamine. So that is why I love creating and being creative. gets me those happy hormones that makes me a bit less depressed, because yes, I suffer from depression and anxiety. I actually yet to find or meet a creative person who do not have depression and anxiety in some way, shape, or form. Could be just me. Who knows? Not me. What, if you want to tell me, I would love to know what stuff do you enjoy doing that gets that sweet release of happy hormones in your brain? What do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy computer games? Do you like to be outside? If you are watching a speed paint, it could be that you enjoy art. I'm just going out on a wild limb here that someone who watches speed paints likes to create art. Wild idea, I know. Yeah, I do. I really enjoy making art. I used to do a lot more traditional art, and then I got my drawing tablet. I should perhaps mention my drawing tablet. It is an XP Pen 22-inch Artist Pro something or another. I should start having notes. And I got it this summer, and oh my god, I am in love. Granted, the drivers haven't been optimal. If you have the XP Pen, I recommend the new fancy beta testing thingy driver, because that actually works better than the normal ones in my experience running it on a Windows 10 machine. If you have more questions about that, yeah, you know the drill by now. I don't have to repeat myself that many times. As you might have noticed from the small thingy that goes to show how long into the video you are, we are now getting closer to the end of this speed paint. I'm not sure if it qualifies as a speed paint, but I call it a speed paint, deal with it. But yeah, we are getting closer to the end of this video, and you can barely start me see putting on colors now. So yeah, there will be a part 2 where I actually finish this piece, and I'm also gonna order some prints of this piece to put up on my Etsy, because yes, I also have an Etsy. There's nothing there as of yet, so I won't be linking that down below. I might actually, if you see a link down below, it means that the Etsy is up and running. You can purchase the print there, and I have just gone back and edit the description, because you can do that. I've come to the understanding of you can edit stuff in your old videos, or I might even just re-upload this one, who knows, not me. The part 2, I'm hoping I will have that out by the end of the week. I can't promise anything, because why would anything in my life ever go as planned? It never does. Usually it's my own fault, and then once in a blue moon it's someone else's fault. But usually it's my fault. And editing is not my favorite thing to do in the world. But I am getting better at it, and I find that as I'm getting better at it and more used to it, and spend less time sort of just going, how did I do this again? And more time doing, if I do this, and then I can do that cut and move that there to make it more interesting and more in context, I can get that result. And so I have more fun with it, or at least it gets less annoying to do. And who knows, maybe I will actually edit for other people at some point. I doubt it. That's my mind just off there. Ignore it. Not gonna cut off every part where my brain just goes into some weird direction, because it is very much who I am and how I am on my Twitch stream. So I did not want to kind of remove that part of me, because I think it's important that you see how I am as a person, and how because this is supposed to be a video where you get kind of a taste of who I am as a person, and if I cut away the stuff that makes me, then you are not actually getting me. And then what was the point? What was the point? Anywho, I do hope you have enjoyed the video. As I said, if you have any comments, feedbacks, question, anything, leave them down below. And I hope to see at least some of you in my next video. Maybe I will see you again, maybe not. Who knows? Not me. Have a great week, and do be careful out there. Have a wonderful day.